calls Jared a disappointment. Jared mentions that Noah is a former addict to make himself look better. Ashley defends her brother by mentioning he's clean now and that he's got a girlfriend whom he met during the meetings. Charles is a bit wary to hear he's dating another addict, but he becomes supportive when Noah explains Grace is clean too and shows him a picture. Meanwhile, Mia is on social media and finds posts doing awful edits of her mother. Then Charles goes to the kitchen to help Dawn but comes back with a note. It turns out she left because she doesn't want to enlist anymore. To make matters worse, the DOCS agents are already here because Charles planned for the dinner to be his goodbye. Charles lets Agent Bob in and explains that Dawn isn't around, so he'd like to reschedule. Bob asks Charles to talk in private and they go to the office, where Charles is given some paperwork to sign. However, these cancellation papers documents would freeze the family's assets, publicly classify Charles as a traitor, and send him to jail, so he refuses to sign them. Seeing no other choice, Charles agrees to do the euthanasia now. He gets in bed and most of his kids gather around him, but Noah stays downstairs playing the piano. Charles apologizes for being hard on his kids and promises the estate will be divided equally. Bob first injects him with an anesthetic to put him to sleep, then he injects the chemical to kill him without Charles feeling anything. After the body is taken to the bus, Bob announces he needs a second body as promised. Noah tries to kick him out, so Bob calls his fellow agents, who come in with weapons. He then gives them 2 hours to decide who will take Dawn's place. Jared wants to call his contacts in the government, but the agents have scrambled the house, which means no phone or internet connection is working. Bob also explains that Mia is exempt because they don't get paid for minors. It turns out they sell the bodies to private companies and Bob used to be a correction officer, but prisons are empty nowadays because criminals were the first to be eliminated. When Bob tries to take Mia away, Noah tries to defend her and an agent quickly knocks him down. Then the agents take Mia to the bus, explaining they won't hurt her and she just needs to be far from the conversation. Bob tells the family that agents are already looking for Dawn, but the chances of finding her in 2 hours are pretty low and he doesn't want to fall behind his quota. He also shares the contents of the contract, pointing out that Charles let him do it just to